get older. Do you can hear me? That is so beautiful. You guys are gonna be in my movie. It's so beautiful though. Seriously. Wow.
I don't know how to act.
I love that. I feel like I'm on like the TV show for cars. Gorge. You gonna do that? Look at this shower. Like I just be laid out in the shower.
Right, looking up.
And you go baby. You can go on the roof.
Girl, no, we black. We don't do all that.
That's so racist. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm looking for Uncle Junebug's apartment and I have no clue where I am going. He said room 100, but I don't know where I am. Some fruit. I feel like I'm going up. These are some nice paintings. Okay, I am going up. This is really confusing. What is going on? Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to hang up because I don't know where I'm going.
But like I wrote
I'm sorry.
well, that's okay. I just don't want to break it up. You have to clean it up. Let's see. I wrote something. Let me see. Jehovah's word. Okay, I wrote this about Barbara, 9 years with sadness. So much anger and bitterness, not something I miss. Your aversion to happiness. You would watch me with darkness within, as though I had committed an unforgivable sin. Perhaps I had my unwillingness to be sad or feel bad about God's gift of life. Yet, you were my life. Your heart, a knife, with the sharpness of a blade. It's sharpness that you made that put you in your grave. That's kind of how Barbara was. You know? She was very unhappy. Extremely unhappy. Although she had many reasons to be happy, she never fathomed.
Was it like childhood?
Well, with a lot of things. But she knew Jehovah, so that offered her an opportunity to one of the greatest opportunities we have to know Jehovah, to know God. And I could never get her to see, you know. Yeah. And she was very bitter, very angry, very mean, you know. And that's just how. Well, it was a number of things, but still, the opportunity. See, life is a series of things that how you deal with it. You know, you understand? If you understand me, what I'm saying. Yeah. It's not the aspect that you have it; it's how you deal with what you have in any aspect. I wrote this about my granddaughter, Cardi Raven. You're a young woman now, somehow. My, how time flies. You're a young woman now. Take a bow. And as I look at you, wow. You're a young woman now.
I like that.
Do you? Okay. Let me see what it is. You and your sister. I wrote this about Raven and her her youngest daughter or youngest sister. You and your sister share your father's eyes, and that look of mischievousness when something's amiss. I think of this tenderly, for it also reminds me of your great-grandmother. She got that look as well when she was up to something, without fail. And the wry smile that beguiled. You never knew what, but you always knew something was up. That's they remind me of my mother used to get this look when she was getting ready to do something mischievous. Raven and her sister had the same look, and their father, Ian.
What was it, like in the eyebrows?
Yeah, in the eyebrows, and you could tell when she was a baby, I could always tell she was up to something because she would get this look, and I'd say, how do you know? Okay, this is called Faye. Sleep, my gentle spirit. You were the only person I'd ever known with whom I never felt alone. In the whole of time, Jehovah granted me your exquisite company. Throughout life, your kindness, your love, your warmth, your heart have been with me, as it shall be, a gentle spirit shared eternally. That's, I write a lot about her. She was wonderful. She was the nicest person I ever knew. And the fact that she loved me was, well, I can't even describe it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't describe it. No matter how much I write about it, and I can't come up with the words to really describe it, to be honest. Okay, I got this other thing I want to read to you, I believe. Okay, where are you? Well, this is called Jehovah's Word, the Bible. A degree of uncertainty immerses me. These are the things I'm unable to see. The future, what's to be. As I understand, it's not given to man, at least not without assistance from supreme existence. And even then, it depends. But of course, there is a source that leads us to what is truth. Almost impossible not to find were his word divine. No, almost impossible not to find his word divine. Those who doubt are adrift on a rudderless ship, left on their own. We are always one. If we choose to be, what is it? If we choose to ignore the open door to the light, to what's right. Woeful is our plight. His word can be heard by those of us who seek his name.
Of the diary or of a story?
Of period.
Well, I want to complete the thought, but it's just that I feel that I don't have time for who I want to be. I have to have multiple stories started at one time to finish them. My technique is to work on each story 30 minutes in a day. Because if I focus on one, by the time I'm done with that one, none of the rest will be even started. And I just feel like I don't want to finally be who I want to be when I'm old.
Well, honey, what I'm saying is, you get to where you are. It's something I dedicated this to faith, and hopefully it says it's called Journey for Farika. It's been a long journey from then till now. A long, sometimes frustrating, most times difficult, at all times challenging journey. Knowing the brink of despair, endless times of trouble and disappointment, yet never failure. And that alone has made it bearable. Still continuous is all, for to cease continuance would indeed mean failure. In fact, the death, worse than death, the living death, dissipation of the spirit, asphyxiation of souls, desecration of the dream, the end of the journey. So what this is saying is the journey. It's not. It's life is in living. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
It's in living. So you, however you do. I mean, if that's your style and that's what you want to do, that's cool. But I'm just saying, there are times when it would be advantageous for you to centralize.
Yeah.
In other words, to finish a complete thought, right? Now, whether it be in a short story or whatever. I mean, that's just down the line. Just you might want to think because you might get something that won't let you go. You know.
Yeah.
And when you get something, honey, that doesn't let you go, then your thought will be complete. You know.
Yeah.
It'll manifest itself in that way.
That's something that I like about me writing is that that's another thing why I can't just do one story at a time, because it's constant with my creation. So I have to say, okay, I just want to start this, and I just want to start this. I just want to start this. I just want to start this, so that I can have something. I don't want to go to Arizona because I want to be a writer and sell stories and have nothing behind me. It's better to go and say, okay, I have these many completed, than to go and say, okay, I have this one completed.
Well, but what I'm saying, honey, yeah, I get that, and I understand what you're saying. Okay, now I understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're talking to me, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, suppose you just keep talking, but you never finish your thought.
Right.
Okay. Now think about that, and just take that with you. Okay. And just think about it. But, okay. Just and then think, why is it important to complete my thought? I'm not saying that you have to always do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you never have to do it. I'm just saying, think about it. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense, because it's also a feeling of happiness when you just put that period at the end and then it's just like done.
Well, for lots of reasons, but it's like as the this as what is poem, essay, whatever it is, says it's the journey. Like, see, because you never know how it is until after you've made it. That would be the journey.
Yeah.
You remember, and you can't even you don't draw conclusions because early on, because the journey's not through.
Right.
But it might be a short journey for that from point A to point B.
Right.
Right. So, but you still have to reflect as you go, as it were. Does that make sense?
I definitely understand that.
Okay. So, and I'm not saying don't. In fact, by all means, do. Right. I'm just saying that you don't know the journey until you take it.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No. Okay. So just reflect on that. That'll be helpful for you. It's not like a knock or anything. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that what you're doing is wrong. It's not saying what you're doing is right. It's just saying.
Right.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything that you get or you're told is only of value in how it relates to you. All right. So anything, if you say I draw, I draw inspiration and all from everyone. I draw inspiration from you. The fact that you're young, that pays no consequence to me. It's the fact that I either draw inspiration from it or I don't.
Yeah.
Or and by not drawing inspiration for it, I'm drawing inspiration for it. You know. In other words, you use everything that is in front of you, and you just select what you're going to get or not get out of it.
Yeah. And
Okay. See, I mean, that's in writing, and honey, and that's in life. You know. So you I try to uh, categorize stuff. I mean, but with the long view. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Okay. So, for instance, something may not be, I may not see the value of something at, at this point, for instance, but then maybe down the line,
Yeah.
let's see, I would have learned. You know, there's this old adage saying that Mark Twain said that when he was 21, he thought his dad was the dumbest person ever, and by the time he got to be 50, he was surprised how much his dad had learned. Okay,
He was surprised on how much his dad had learned.
learned. In other words, that he got to understand what his dad was saying to him
Oh.
later in life. You know, Mark Twain was very um, uh, from an aspect of I don't know why you say all the things you say, but I'll always think about what you said.
What is something that I said that you thought?
Well, whatever.
I probably don't remember.
Well, no, I'm just saying I don't like your aunt Yasmin. I have no idea why Yasmin said some of the things she said. And I'll give you an example. She was when I was visiting her, she kept asking rhetorical questions, and of course I would respond because how do I know that it's rhetorical? And so she said to me, she said she it was upsetting her. I said, well, what are you getting upset about? She said, well, when I ask other people rhetorical questions, they know. I said, all I know, yeah, is that you have said something, and I'm just responding to what you said. How am I to know it's rhetorical? Now, what you got two choices. You could either stop asking rhetorical questions or deal with the fact that you asking me questions and I'm answering it instead of ignoring you. You know, I just and she just for first she just couldn't get that, and I'm thinking, well, like, yeah, why can't you get that? See, if you ask rhetorical questions,
Oh, so like this, am I eating the pineapple?
right, or whatever, you know, like we were, she was driving and she said, why did she do that? Somebody driving, I said, well, I don't know. So I'm assuming she's talking to me.
Oh, she's talking to herself.
She's talking to herself out loud, right? So I said, and so she said, well, you're upsetting me. I said, well, then stop speaking rhetorical. You know, I mean, because when you speak rhetorical, you are opening yourself up for an answer. I mean, you know, I don't know if you're speaking rhetorically or not. All I know is you said something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
It didn't make any sense to her. But so I don't know why she said some of the stuff she said. It tickled me. But that's yeah, man. That's that's how I just uh, sum it up by saying.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
Wait, I'm going to take a second to write them down before I ask so that I can have all
Look
these
here,
together.
you're going to interview me,
Yeah.
as it were. Okay, and let's see how much will I charge you for that. Nothing.
No, I was going to say.
You want a pen? Oh, you got a pen.
Yeah.
A good writer should have a pen.
Okay, what is today? I know that sounds bad. It's the 5th. What's the 5th?
This is the 6th.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of changing the date. Relax. Life is short. And what I do is order pizza, and I like diet Mountain Dew. You can order regular Mountain Dew, too,
Okay.
if you like Mountain Dew.
I've been trying to drink like juice because my mom is like a soda stalker. And because,
So here you go.
yeah, that's perfect.
There you go.
All her soda buying and me drinking has made my bones weak.
Oh no. You got weak bones.
Like my knee
See,
pops.
let me check.
Oh my
You seem
goodness.
all right, I mean that's when I remember when Raven was
Do you know who has your cane, like your old cane?
what about
Marvell has it.
which one?
Marvell.
I mean, is it the one that's engraved?
It's like wooden and it's I don't know if it's engraved or not, but he liked it and he was walking around with it.
Yeah.
Who does
I
that?
was wondering where my cane is. Them claiming they don't have my cane. Borrow my cane, or they just so you can walk around pretend he's Sting.
Okay,
You know, Sting had this song, Englishman in New York, it was called.
okay, I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs.
Okay, I'm going to listen if you play it.